Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm your friend Sakib Harun. Welcome to my channel Vlog. I have another special guest with you, an inspiring story from Pakistan, and he is one of the survivors, And I just want to welcome Hamza Khawaja from the people of Pakistan. Hamza, welcome to my podcast. We just appreciate that you just joined us. Tell us about yourself, Hamza. Who is Hamza Khawaja actually?
First of all, thank you so much, Sakib, for inviting me and having me on your channel. I am very and really excited to be here and to share my story with you all. And okay, the question who Hamza Khawaja is basically. So I don't know how to explain myself, but I just want to say that Hamza is more than uh, any human being who, if you have seen in your life after like Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King. So I just like look myself into their shoes, how they were, and how will I be in the future, uh, symbolically and progressively. So like this is, I would say about myself.
Guys, Hamza is basically pursuing a master's degree in Pakistan, guest in energy engineering, and he is focusing on sustainable development goal 6 and 7. Which Pakistan is struggling a lot. Clean water is one of the biggest issue for us, and the affordable energy. We just pursuing on that. And moreover, he is very passionate about his project. I just heard his project, but I want him to explain that what Hamza you are actually doing in context of SDG 6 and 7. Why SDG 6 and 7?
Okay, it's a very good question. So before diving into my SDG 6 and SDG 7, I just want to share some of the background of Pakistan. So we all know
Okay.
that Pakistan is one of the richest country in the world in terms of natural resources available, including coal, gas, gemstones, copper, minerals, and gold reserves. And one of the most important issue in Pakistan is that only 20% of the whole population of Pakistan has access to the safe drinking water, and the remaining 80%, I must say, these are those population which are forced to use unsafe drinking water due to
Mhm.
scarcity of safe and healthy resources of getting the clean water. So it's very like I must say uh, highness for us that only 20% of the whole population is uh, getting clean water. So if I share a few of the facts and figures of National Electric Regulatory Power Authority, that is NEPRA in Pakistan.
That's
So
right.
on 2021, they shared an annual report of Pakistan uh, Clean Water and Affordable Clean Energy Report. According to them, uh, Pakistan has installed power generation capacity of 39,772 megawatt of electricity, of which only 63% of energy comes from thermal, that is fossil fuels, 25% from hydro, 5.4% from renewable, that includes wind, solar, and biomass, and only 6.5% comes from nuclear. So yes, we all know that we have abundant fossil fuel resources in Balochistan, in
Mm.
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and also we have abundant resources of hydro power as well. But if we talk about renewable energy, that is only 5.4% in the Pakistan. This is very low. So I must say that I'm focusing more about and more on towards the renewable energy resources. So my project is related to SDG 6, that is focused on clean water. So basically, what I am doing in my project is basically, many of the Pakistani industries, specifically textile industries, use
That's right.
dyes, yeah, use dyes in their whole processes. So, but we know that these dyes are very poisonous and not good for health as well when it get disposed to the environment and outside the industrial urban areas. So when it gets in contact with the clean water, it around 99% impurifies the clean water. So only 1% becomes the clean water, which is not good for anybody. I must say, like, it really kills a person. So through different mechanism, through various advancement techniques, I am cleaning the water using photocatalysis systems and using the solar energy to purify that water. And once I get that clean water, so my project then shift towards SDG 7, that is affordable clean energy. So I already shared a few of the statistics with you of NEPRA. Uh,
Yeah,
so basically, I'm using that clean water to generate hydrogen gas,
yeah.
which can be used as a fuel source for domestic and for industrial resources. Likewise, I must also add that United States of America has just announced in the last year that till 2030, United States of America will transform from electric vehicles to hydrogen-based electric car vehicles. So they are just like planning uh, towards the transition phase from electric vehicles towards hydrogen vehicles. So I think it's a time for Pakistan to utilize its natural resources effectively and efficiently to transition itself towards affordable clean energy. And this is, I think, my whole project is about, which you can say like it's an integrated approach of SDG 6 and SDG 7.
Amazing, amazing, Hamza. You know why I asked this question? I just want to let you know that how incredibly you are working. So let me tell you to the audience. I just want to decode and something about you. Guys, you know Hamza, whatever he just shared, it is very, very much ideal, incredible, and amazing that he is working to create hydrogen gas which will be beneficial for the climate. And Pakistan is one of the victim countries so far of the climate, drastic climate change. But let me tell you about Hamza. He is one of the survivors of the heart-wrenching incident. Army public school terror attack happened on December 16, 2014. That was one of the worst day ever we have seen in Pakistan. He lost his friend and teacher. But instead of that, he made him an example of courage, an example of resiliency. So I want to ask Hamza, Hamza, after facing that traumatic incident, how did you make it? That you became pursuing your engineering and gave a solution to state actually that how can we make hydrogen gas? How did it? How did you do that? I just want to know, and I just want public to know about you.
Okay, Saqib, let me compile all my thoughts in few paragraphs. So I must say
Yeah.
that I come from the beautiful Pakistan, the beautiful city of Peshawar, which is
Hmm.
always known for its hospitality and vibrant culture. We have mostly Pashtun culture in Pakistan, and uh, in Peshawar, I attended Army Public School, or APS, we say, which tragically became the target of terrorist attack on December 16, 2014. So this was an extremely terrifying experience for me, one that I will never forget in my life. The attack occurred during the winter season in 2014 when I was preparing for a send-up exam. And suddenly, on the day before the attack, I suddenly like fell ill with a severe headache. So I don't know what to conclude all my thoughts in one sentence, but I must say that that incident uh, changed me a lot, because in that incident I lost around 144 students, including faculty staff, and all these students were my friends. And the day before 16 December on 15, I met many of my friends and school, and I don't believe that this event would really happen. Uh, It's been around 7 to 8 years. So if I share my experience, uh, I'm a little bit changed person after the APS attack. Before the APS attack, I was a person who was so much shy, who don't talk too much to people, and was not even much progressive. But when I faced this incident, few of my friends, I would also name them. One is Ahmed Nawaz. He's living in UK, and he also received Diana Award just because he like worked a lot after the APS incident. He awared people and rose the voice in front of world leaders that how important peace and justice in especially in Pakistan and the third world countries like Afghanistan and many African countries. So I was very much inspired from him as well, and I also have seen the work of Malala Yousafzai. We all know she's a very uh, charismatic leader of the world. Uh, Only these leaders uh, give me an opportunity to dive further and to explore the world further with my capabilities and all that. So after this incident, I dived into the engineering and I did materials engineering from Institute of Space Technology, and I worked with very uh, like good and those people who were the national heroes of Pakistan. They worked a lot for Pakistan, and their name come aside from Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan and such kind of people. So I like always inspired from those people, and they helped me a lot in uh, grooming myself and my personality in every manner. After completing my bachelor studies, I decided not to stop, but to follow my steps and to follow the leaders of what people are doing, what my friends are doing. So I decided to work more and more and on myself. And suddenly, I applied for a very prestigious University of Pakistan that you all know, the National University of Science and Technology, NUST. And I was very surprised at that time that I got an opportunity to be the part of NUST research group. So in 2021, I joined NUST, the Center of Energy Department, and again I got very good people over there. My research group is very fantastic. They are working on renewable energy resources and especially how to convert fossil fuels to effective clean energy resources. So this is like Sakib all about myself that how my journey transitioned from APS towards all this that what I'm doing now. And I also must add with you all that UPG is one of the I think building framework for me, especially for my personality, because I feel that I was so much groomed in while joining the UPG, especially meeting you all and my tribe mates and all the people who are the part of UPG sustainability leadership. So it also provided me good opportunity to share my ideas with you and the project I'm doing on SDG 6 and SDG 7. So this is like I wanted to share about my
Thank you.
life.
Thank you. So, Hamza, you are so innocent, and innocently you shared some commendable achievements in your life. And I just want to tell the youth, no matter how depressing we are as nation so far, right now, the current situation is very depressing. The economy is so unstable. The security situation in our country is not that much good. The crisis in political condition is very much high. But yet we have hope. I just want to tell everyone in Pakistan. So you don't need to be disappointed enough because there is a large number of youth in Pakistan. We have the youngest country so far. Luckily, we are the youngest country so far, and this is our only hope. So I want you to motivate from you. They should do. See, APS is one of the symbolic example for all over the world that no matter you have been abducted, no matter you have been hit hard, but if you are alive, you can bounce back. So this is what the only thing I heard about Pashtun community. They are brave enough. So you just retain the legacy. And Pakistan as nation has to be successful, no matter we whatever you are going through. Sooner or later, one day it will be a proud and developed country because we have everything. We have everything. So we need to overcome the deficit we are having. So I just want to, when you were sharing the APS incident, I can relate with it with that incident because the city I am grown up is Karachi. So Karachi has been one of the victim cities so far in terms of such violence and terrorism. And Pakistan also is one of the country who has been struggling with the terrorism activities. We have lost more than 80,000 people in war against terror. But yet we didn't stop here because we have youth in your form. So coming to the UPG, you just discussed about UPG, the United People Global. So just want to tell people that United People Global is the movement to make a better world, and me and Hamza are part of UPG. So just want to ask Hamza. My next question was that actually, what motivates you to join UPG, and how is your journey so far in UPG?
Uh, this is a very good question, and I'm like very much prepared for this question as well. Sakib, I just want to share that life before UPG was totally different for me if I analyze my whole picture. And life during UPG is totally different. And what I'm expecting after taking the UPG session is like will be totally a different one. What I'm expecting from myself. So I just want to share some of the things that I was noticing before the UPG in myself was uh, I came across a friend in university, and he was telling me about that we all like doing research in our universities and writing research papers, articles, just for like getting pass out from universities and get a good higher education abroad, and that's it. So I said, yes, this is also an alarming for me as well, because everyone is doing the same task and we are not doing any different thing. So he just tell me that what can we do? So uh, I told him that we need to go beyond this. We need to like pitch our ideas, what we are doing in front of inspiring leaders, in front of industrialists, in front of academicians. So on that day, I came to my room and I just write few of the sentences on Google that what are few like movements or events happening around the world where I get a chance to pitch my idea. So I came across few of the events that will be happening soon, and one of that is United People Global. I just uh, moved to their website and fill out the form very carefully, and but I was hopeless at that time. I don't know why, but after a few months, I guess after 2 to 3 months, we get the acceptance of becoming the UPG candidate. So I was very like happy at that time, and I even shared with my family, and my family were saying that it's a very great achievement as well. So on the day when I received the email, I promised with myself now that Hamza, this is the time that you are going to make people aware of what you are doing and how you are doing different from the rest of the people. So I also again shared my story with my friend, the one I'm talking, who told me about. like uh, the whole story, what we are doing and what alarming situation is going in Pakistan and in our universities. So he was also very much surprised that you got a chance of becoming a UPD sustainable leadership, and he also convinced me to like uh, let me know whenever this opportunity comes again. So when I dive into the UPG, I was not much aware about what people are literally doing in the world, and I've come across you and many other my tribe mates and other members who are doing fantastic work, who have brilliant ideas regarding SDGs. And one of the, like, there are many things to share, but one of the most important thing is the initiative that Mr. Yemi has shared with us about 60-second speech. This very like inspiring thing for me, because before this I was sort of introvert person, and I don't even say a single thing in front of people. But I got a chance to narrate my thoughts, narrate a speech of young leaders in front of you all. And this is not much. There are many other things to share as well. Like, the good thing for me is to have all the expert leaders of sustainability around the world who taught us and who make us aware that how gonna you make yourself an effective leader in front of the world. So I learned a lot during these UPG sessions, and we just have 1 week left of UPG, and now we are on the journey which will never stop and which is unstoppable till the world ends. And we are here to let know the people that we will make this world a better place to live. So I think I must conclude that there are many things to share about UPG, but the most important and the most fascinating thing for me is that I got an opportunity to let the people know of what I am doing, what the project I have made so far, and what basically the journey uh, has left behind before the UPG. So yeah, Sakib.
Thank you, Hamza. And this is what I was excited to hear from you as well, because this is one of the robust training program. You know, it's so engaging. We have been so much packed for almost 2.5 months, right? It's more than 2.5 months. We have been engaging with UPG training program on the sustainability leadership. So the word sustainability encourages me and motivated me to pursue this particular program. And I just filled my form, apply for that, and luckily I got selected. And on the other way, I never been be selected or take part of such activities before, because I've been working on the community development, leading the USAID project so far in Karachi or in different cities of Pakistan. But the more important thing about the quality of training they are giving, the experts, the speakers, the teachers, the trainers they are bringing on, this is so much incredible. So they just shrinking these spaces of the world by connecting all of us together under one platform. That is the most significant thing UPG is doing actually. And I just want to share the sustainability definition of UPG, and it's a quote of Professor Yami as well. The sustainability is about ensuring that future generations inherit at least the same access of opportunity and resources that we have. And I just like this concept, this ideology that I'm a father now, and I just discussed this with Nasreen as well. So what kind of world I'm going to leave behind for my son, for our generation? How much resources we will leave for the coming generation? We need to think about that too. The world has to think about that too. And their purpose statement is very attracting. They're creating a better world, making a world better world, or making this a better world place. So I just want to know, Hamza, how do you see sustainability in the context of Pakistan or your community? What does sustainability mean to you?
Sakib, the sustainability for me is about the practice of meeting the needs of present generation without compromising on any ability for the future generation to meet their own needs. And I think it involves making the choices and taking the actions that balance environmental, social, economic, and ensure that the long-term well-being for both the people and the planet. So this is like a very straightforward definition of sustainability is. But I have a very good experience so far. I attended a session last year at my university, and one of the professor, he's a very profound and a very renowned professor of Pakistan with very good number of publications. So he just asked the same question as you asked for me. What sustainability is? So everyone from the room was like giving the examples of sustainability, relating with their SDGs projects and sharing their thoughts. So he just like narrated the whole concept in a very few lines. He just uh, compared two things. One is sustainable and one is abrupt. So he told us that the God has made everything sustainable. For example, if you see carbon cycle, if you see nitrogen cycle, if you see the production of seed uh, and transition phase towards the tree growth. So everything is sustainable from the God's end. But we, the humans, are behind the abruptness. We are like there's a concept in science. It is called entropy, which means abruptness. So basically, we are the people who are behind this abruptness and against the sustainability. So the professor told us that these two things always oppose each other, the sustainability and abruptness. And if you don't rely and don't believe the principles of God, the sustainability, you will never achieve sustainability in the world. But if I see, because I'm a tech person and I'm an engineer as well, and I used to see everything based on three E's, that is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness, environment as well. So if I see everything according to this perspective, we are the only sole responsible people on the world who are against the sustainability. And yet we are also thriving more and more to implement sustainability on this world, but we are not like focusing what basically the sustainable process is. If, for example, if you see the current example of Pakistan, Pakistan is having a huge demand of real estate investment, and like I have talked to many people and I'm opposed to them as well. Why? Because for just few like pieces of money and few resources, they are exploiting our environment. They are cutting down trees to build societies for people, and they are managing those people outside the villages. So I think if we don't teach ourselves and don't be aware of what we are doing, so I think we will never achieve toward a sustainability goal. Yes, we have UN 17 SDGs and we all are aware of that, but I think we need to see from our home, from our roots, that very few things and very few steps can make the world a sustainable place to live if we like focus on very minute things. So I think for me the sustainability is about uh, moving towards more uh, sustainable process and uh, like making ourselves aware that if we go towards the abruptness, we will move behind the sustainability. So I think for me, the sustainability meaning is very clear.
Thank you, Hamza. And this is what we need to understand as nation, that we are in the state of fragmentation. Everything is divided, the resources are divided, the division of wealth is very imbalanced. That's why as nation, as country, we are struggling. So we need to understand the sustainable approach, how sustainability can ensure it's a process, but unfortunately we need to be part of this process, but we are not actually, but individually we are doing. So what I observe, the challenge, one of the challenge in my country, in Pakistan especially, the competency is lacking here as majority. Very few competent people are here. So as nation, we need to be competent, And I just asked to my last speaker about the class system is there, We have particular thing for particular community, right? Which creates the division, and there are, as nation, there's nothing unified thing we can say, like developed countries. So I can relate, and I agree with you what you shared about the sustainability. But what I observe, that it's a behavior actually. Sustainability comes through your behavior, through your thinking style. How how do we think as nation? So we always ran after the immediate solution, right? We have drastic issues, but we want to solve them over the night. It doesn't happen. If we are giving example of Europe, always they give us example of Canada, they give us example of Germany. So I talk to some policymakers, the MNAs and MPAs on certain forums. I told them, don't give us their example. They came so far, they struggled a lot. They have unified programs, unified approaches. That's they. It did happen over the night. It took 1 century to be successful. They started from 1920, the Victorian age. The Victorian age was the significant, the rising of the Europe. Behind that, the early 19th century or 18th century, they were disaster. The Second World War. They learned from them. So I want to ask you, Hamza, what we should learn from the history. What we should learn from the history, and what you want to say to the policymaker, how they can make policies, especially the goal you are approaching in that context, clean water and
Uh,
affordable energy.
yes, Sakib, this is a very important and a very interesting question for me and for everyone who is listening to us. And as you already said that the progressiveness cannot be achieved in a day. It's a process of decades and even a process of centuries as well. I read a book the previous year. That name was Why Nation Fails. It's a very common and it's a very famous book. So basically, the summary of that book is the author compiled all the revolutions that happened when the world has just started to begin, and like Napoleon Wars, French Revolution, Turkish Revolution, which we always very Muslim community always give examples to the world, and the Portuguese, how Portuguese came to United States and how they like changed the structure of United States and how the trade becomes so feasible in this Asian region and in Europe region. So basically, that was the summary of the revolutions that took place from thousands of years till now. And I was very much clear after reading that book that we like this is I think the problem of this subcontinent that we need solutions in a day, in a night. uh, and if you watch our policymakers or tech person, they always talk about sustainable development goals, but they I think they have not learned much about the revolutions that took place in the world. So there are many examples of those. For example, if you take the example of Turkish Revolution, how Ottoman Empire came into being and what they did for their community, and how again the same empire faced the decline. So it's a very amazing process. And as you have just mentioned, that sustainability is the process of behavior. It's a behavior in a person. It's not about environment, it's not about gender equality, it's not about peace and justice, but it's just a behavior, it's just a belief, awareness, community, and collaboration we have just learned in UPG 4 pillars. So for me, like I must say that we need to seek the guidance and seek the what the world actually did for their sustainability, because we are living in the technology area. It's a technology era, and but we are very much aware about what 17 SDGs are really about, but we are ignoring the importance of the process. The process is very important to be understood. So I think we need to understand the process of achieving the sustainable development goals, and whatever we are doing. If I'm working on SDG 6 and SDG 7, so I'm working on this project of about 1.5 years, and now at this point, I can say that I have achieved a few of the major steps of what I was expecting from myself. So but if you like, it's a just a small example, but if you like narrate this example and see this example in the whole context, the global context, so you have to like work a lot, you have to like spend days and nights to work for sustainability no matter what happens. So this what actually the world did. The revolution, if you study, they did the same thing that we are doing, but what we are uh, facing, the difficulty is related to the lack of the process. The process is, I think, the ignorant thing that we are facing so much difficulties in ourselves and in our daily lives. So I think we need to learn the examples from history and from the leaders who came, just like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, and all these people. Yes, Akhil.
Thank you, Hamza. And this is what very much incredible about you, that you have command what you are doing. You are very much focused that what you are. It's very rare, you know. And I know many youth in Pakistan. I met university students, so they are just headless chicken right now. No matter how much biggest institute they are learning, but they are not ideological. You know, SDG is very rare in our community. I have conducted 4 minute training session. No one knows about what SDG is. You know, it's very alarming as well. And I have requested the Association of Private School. I'm just talking them. Maybe I'll be successful to convince them to integrate the SDGs. At least they need to uh, make understand the definition of SDGs, the seven global issues. They are global issues, a global village now. So if you are going to be a leader, then you should be focusing on the SDGs as well, because this is the commitment. And I don't want to disappoint Pakistanis, but 2030 is not the year that will overcome all the issues. But at least we the state can set the path. On that path, we as nation will start to go. So exactly, I just want to ask what message you want to give to the state, because in August the tenure of this current government will be over, and we know Pakistan is facing the one of the difficult times ever in the history. So if you got the chance to talk to the statesmen of Pakistan or the establishment and the people of Pakistan, what message you want to give as global leader or sustainability leader?
So, Sakib, this is the question which I always liked in my life. That what suggestion or message you want to convey to your leaders. So I just want to convey that we need to more focus on our policies. We need to change our policies, and we need to learn from the history that what bogus things and what things that we have done for our society, for our country, uh, that took us behind. So we need to be more focused on our policies, and the policies maker must be the experts of their fields. And these are not like just a piece of cake, because we all know that uh, the way the people are globally changing themselves. If you talk about first world countries, if you talk about European countries, they are very small states, but the way they are progressing, just because they have good policymakers. Uh, Engineering, medical, these things comes after uh, all. But if we have a good strategy, if we have a good policy, so we can change our country in a decade. I'm pretty sure of Pakistan. We have like so many capable people in Pakistan. We have a lot of talented people in Pakistan, and we have seen many good people from this subcontinent. I must quote Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. Wherever they go on national, on international forum, they always represent their country's name, and they are like brilliant, I must say. But Sakib, I have a contradiction with many of the people, that we always like blame our political leaders, our establishment, our policymakers, our judges, and our civil servants, that they are not doing good. They are like against us. They are like uh, spreading brutality and such kinds of things. But I must say that it's our responsibility as well to make the world a better place to live. It's our responsibility as well, because I think these leaders are not convincing us to uh, remove forest, to remove plants, to
Exactly.
remove trees, to build societies. They are like always be encouraging. They are always like, if you have seen, government always encourages us, always spread awareness through messages, through online channels, through television, that don't uh, go towards deforestation,
Hmm.
uh, reforest. They always teach about this. But I think it's our responsibility as well to think properly and to manage our resources properly, if we want Pakistan, and if we want the world to be a better place to live. So yes, leaders are important, and but I think we are living in Pakistan. It's our home, and we need to care about our home. So this is,
Thank
I
you.
must say, about.
Brilliant, brilliant, amazing, Hamza, amazing. This is what I like about you, that you have the solution. I told you, you are one of the focused youth I have ever met, because Pakistan needs youth like you. And I just want to quote Yami. He said, if you're planning something without a strategy, there is no sustainability. So we need to re-strategize, we need to revamp something, we need to reorganize, and revisit the policies and bring the solution on the basis of modern age, on the basis of technology, and the technical world is there. We are adaptation after COVID-19. We agreed, we accepted that there is a possibility you can work from home too if you have technology. So these are the concept Pakistan is realizing, and I agree. It is the individual responsibility first. You are responsible for your action, no matter how you are thinking, how you are behaving, how you are responding your responsibility on any particular issue. So state it's made through people. People made the state. Without people, the concept of state is nothing. So I agree with you what you gave, and realize that, yeah, it's our responsibility. Come out from the blame game. So start taking responsibility. This is what UPG movement is teaching us, that no matter how small you are, no matter how poor or rich you are, you matter. Your action matters. Your action really matters. Stop. Uh, you should take small steps. You don't need to do big actions. You can start from tiny things. At least you should stop. When I teach students, they say, "Oh, there is no one to collect the garbage." I said them, collection is not the problem. Throwing garbage is the problem actually. so So these are the
Yes,
critical
exactly.
thinking. We need to think from the other side of the mirror. So I was expecting to have the conversation in 30 minutes, but it is 45 minutes already, and I just don't want to stop this. But unfortunately, I have another commitment. This was very, very beautiful time I had spent with you, brother. And I told you that it will be amazing discussion. You know, the way you discuss, I was imagining like on a Fox News channel, there's an expert sitting from Pakistan. He is describing the solutions Pakistan having right now, or for the world as global leader. So I really appreciate Hamza for your time, and it was really honor that you have as my guest. And this is not the only time. Whenever you think you have something to share, just text me. We'll be there on the screen, and we'll be directly talking to the people. So I just want to know how are you feeling? How was your experience?
Thank you so much, Sakib. And there are a lot to say that you are one of the very inspiring leader in UPG I have ever met during the sessions
Thank
and
you.
also here on this YouTube channel. And if I summarize all this, it was a very informal talk between you and me and people who are listening because it's a thought from my heart. I
But
just
yeah,
spoke
exactly.
all the things from my heart. I have not even prepared a script. I have not even I just before the session I've just go through the Google and search few of the facts and figures related to natural resources. That's it. So, but I wanted to add something that Sakib, you are working on UPG first pillar, that is I guess belief, and the second one is awareness
Mhm.
because your YouTube channel is spreading awareness to all of us in the world. And yes, you are amazing. And I would love to uh, again sit with you and talk with our hearts, with our deep hearts. And I think we'll meet soon again. So thank you so much, Sake, for this brilliant session. And I will be always be so much welcome to you. Thank you so much, Sakib.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want to thank uh, well, blessings to your tribe member as well, Tribe 55, the
Yeah,
Radiant Circle. They are one of the crazy tribe I have ever seen because you guys just created a song and you were dancing on Pasuri, you know.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
amazing. I just loved that. So, Hamza, there is a lot to talk, but I just want to end this session here. And I just want to thank you, a big thank you for you for your time. With I know it's Sunday, and you just took a spare some time for me as well. Tomorrow, from tomorrow is another packed week. For it will be the last week of UPG class on the sustainability training, and I hope that at the end I'll see you on the Hurricane Island on the selected leaders of 2023. And I want to wish you best of luck for your future endeavors, for your project. Do let me know whatever I can do for your contribute to your project regarding awareness. Anything you want me to do, I'm there, just one text away. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining.
You're welcome, Sakib. Always be there. Thank you so much, Sakib.
Bye bye. Thank you. See
Bye.
you. So, audience, this was Hamza Khawaja from Pakistan, and how incredible youth he is. See, this is the new face of Pakistan and hope for all of us, for the Pakistani nation. You don't need to be disappointed. There's hope. Youth are the only hope so far in our country. So, इसी अपनेपन के साथ अपना ख्याल रखिएगा अल्लाह हाफिज़